What's up, Dunk Squad? It's Wayne Duncan, No Vision Duncan, and we're here with year one of the NBA 2K24 Philadelphia 76ers Realistic Rebuild updated. And I say updated because the last time we did this video back on New Year's Day before the trade deadline, the roster was outdated. Yes, we still have the two stars in Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey. In addition, they acquired Buddy Hield in a trade with the Indiana Pacers. They added the veteran guard Kyle Lowry through a buyout with the Charlotte Hornets, previously playing for the Miami Heat. And they got my boy Cameron Payne. If you tuned in to that first video, we made it all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals where we were knocked off by the Cleveland Cavaliers, who went on to the NBA Finals to defeat the Dallas Mavericks, just as the Boston Celtics did in real life. Congrats, shout out, salute to them again. Actually, congrats, shout out, salute to both teams making it that far. Speaking of the playoffs and the NBA Finals, that is where we will be starting this realistic rebuild and for the other teams in NBA 2K24. Unlike Madden, when you use the Start Today feature, the auto-generated draft classes will be different every single time. In Madden, when you, for example, pick the Super Bowl week, no matter what, it will be preset with the same players. It'll be the same faces, the same rookies, the same auto-generated draft class. Whereas here in 2K, the 5-game NBA Finals series between the Celtics and Mavericks, if we pick this starting point for all 30 NBA teams, it will be different players every single time. So we will be using the Start Today feature. This will also prevent us from starting year one at the beginning of the season, where by then we should already know who's won the championship at that point in real life. And that will also prevent the first part of the rebuilds from feeling like it has no relevance or is not as important as the other parts of the rebuild. So with all that being said, let's waste no more time and let's get into the off season, starting with the player retirements, where Udonis Haslem finally is gonna retire. Was it with the Miami Heat? Finally retires. You have my favorite player, Chris Paul, CP3, retiring with the Warriors. You have Iggy, Al Horford going out as a champion with the Boston Celtics. Mike Conley, Rudy Gay, JaVale McGee, Jeff Green, Wesley Matthews, James Johnson, Taj Gibson, Danny Green, George Hill, the Dragon Dragic, Gallinari, Garrett Temple, Ish Smith, PJ Tucker, Ricky Rubio, Justin Holiday, Isaiah Thomas, Bojan Bogdanovic, Joe Ingles, Dwayne Dedman, all retiring from the league. Any staff retirements? We have Greg Popovich, Joe Prunty, Adam Caporn, and Mark Bryant. Hall of Fame inductees, CP3. Probably should throw in Greg Popovich as well. And then Chris Paul getting his jersey retired by the LA Clippers. Any league meetings? All of these got rejected. Draft lottery. At 14, you have the Portland Trail Blazers. They will stay at 14. You have the Sacramento Kings at 13. They will stay put at number 13. Then at number 12, we have the Dallas Mavericks, who went to the NBA Finals. They will pick at number 12. Chicago Bulls at 11. Stay at 11. Number 10, you have the Atlanta Hawks. ATL will pick at number 10. At number 9, will this be the first change up? I called it. You have the Utah Jazz going to number 9, which means the Rockets will move up. At number 8, you have the Memphis Grizzlies. So outside of the Jazz, the left side there of the list, that left column, will stay the same. 76ers, whoa! We get our lucky number 7. Spurs, they will move up. You have the Hornets picking at 6. We got that 7th pick via Toronto. Trailblazers will stay at number 5. Spurs will move up. Pistons pick at 4. And now you got the Spurs moving up again as the Wizards go to number 3. Can the Spurs move up one more time to secure number 1 after picking Wemby the year before? No, they will pick at number 2, and that means at number 1 you have the Houston Rockets. But man, we get pick 7 And I don't think we have any. And we also have pick 17. So, man, we can get a top 10 player to add to this roster and then a top 20 player to add to this roster. Maybe we trade those picks. I don't know yet, but we got lucky in that draft lottery. The staff signing, we are going to keep Nick Nurse as the head coach and Bobby Jackson as the assistant head coach and all of the other staff members. NBA Draft Combine, this is where we get to see, who sprinted the fastest, who had the highest vertical, who had the, most bench press. You get to see who shot better from the field, from mid-range, short range, from the three, from the college three, the NBA three. You get to see all that at the Combine. The pre-draft workouts, this is where, I like to look at, their overall. So we have 3 B plus or 1 B plus, but 3 B graded overall players in the draft. We're using the auto-generated draft classes. And what I like to look at is the scouting report, where it shows the ceiling, it shows the floor. I like to look at the stats where it shows their points, or not just their points per game, but it shows their stats for their last season in college. And then I also like to look at the grades, which is like the ratings of the player. And it looks like this Earl Wilkins dude is going to be a beast. And then there's 3 of these guys, so I expect them to go in the top 3. But we're not going to. Maybe we should, but I'm not gonna pre-draft them. And what I'm gonna do actually is look to see if we can maybe shop this 7th pick just to see what offers we would get from the other teams. And I mean, I see some trades that we could do, but I don't think we are going to off this pick, and I think we're going to keep our 2 picks. So headed to the NBA draft, where the Rockets will be picking number 1. And off the rip, wasting no time, we have a big trade for the number 1 pick. A team is moving up to get one of those 3 players that have a B overall. I'm guessing it could be the one that has the B plus rating. But this is what I also admire about 2K over Madden, as we don't want to keep talking about Madden. But when it comes to the draft, it's more exciting. You see these big draft day trades that happen and occur in real life, and you just don't see that when you do the draft classes, or not just the draft classes, but the draft in Madden. So we have a big trade at number 1 with the Houston Rockets, and Trae Young and Clint Capella is getting crazy. They are going to Houston for Brooklyn's first overall pick that the Rockets got from Brooklyn. Trae Young and Clint Capella headed to Houston, which means the Atlanta Hawks are now on the clock. And at number 1, they take a center, Earl Wilkins, who will replace Clint Capella, who was just packaged in that deal. Earl Wilkins led the nation in scoring last year at North Carolina State. Whoa, what a big trade. Spurs at number 2. Are they going to pair somebody up with Wemby? They do. Tracy Lowry, maybe related to Kyle Lowry, out of Kentucky. At number 3, you have the Washington Wizards. They go small forward Mike Reynolds out of Mississippi. Pistons at number 4, they go power forward Rex McGeady out of Massachusetts. Portland Trailblazers at number 5, they go power forward Antonio Erickson out of Northwestern. At number 6, we have the Charlotte Hornets, and they are going to trade the pick Ben Simmons and a Phoenix first round pick that they got in a KD trade. Ben Simmons headed to the Hornets, which means the Brooklyn Nets are on the clock, picking right before us. And they take small forward Bob Barrett out of Illinois, which leaves us at number 7. Oh man, we could get one of those players. We might have to stay put here. So we have Henry Rogers. He's 18 years old, He's a 3-level threat. He has all B's when it comes to scoring. He can play a little bit of defense. He's athletic. He's 18. He's young. We don't know his ceiling. We don't know his floor. But he did average almost 26 points per game in college. And then we look at the point guard. He's athletic. This might just be best player available. We might have to take best player available and go Henry Rogers, the small forward. I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to go Henry Rogers from Texas Christian. Questions are surrounding Kelly Oubre's impending free agent status and whether or not he will re-sign. Regardless of the outcome, I really like Henry Rogers and his long-term outlook as an NBA prospect. So, yes, we don't have Kelly Oubre under contract. Hell, I don't think we have anybody under contract besides Tyrese Maxey, who's a restricted free agent, who we should be able to bring back. But I think Joel Embiid and Paul Reed, our two centers, are the only players that we actually have under contract. Buddy Hield, Kelly Oubre, Tobias Harris, all those guys, contracts expiring. We have another trade. Zach Collins and a first-round pick for Derrick Rose and a first-round pick. So the Spurs back on the clock, moving back up in the top 10, and they go shooting guard Ian Daniels. So they lose Greg Popovich, and they are just headed into a full-on rebuild. Utah Jazz now on the clock. They go shooting guard Walt Crawford. Hawks on the clock. They go Percy Hicks, point guard out of West Virginia. Chicago Bulls, they go center J.R. Clark. Dallas Mavericks on the clock. They go power forward Orlando Barea. Used to have a J.J. Barea play for the Dallas Mavericks. Kings on the clock. They go small forward Glenn Beasley. Trailblazers, they go center Simon McLeod. Miami Heat, they go point guard Clint Walton. Pelicans, they go point guard Damian Craig, and we are back on the clock at number 17. We could trade this pick, but we're going to look around. See an 18-year-old shooting guard who can shoot it. Can't play defense on the perimeter. What do we go? We went small forward with the first pick. Small forward with the first pick. There's a lot of 18-year-olds in this draft. There's an 18-year-old power forward who can shoot the three. He can rebound. He's not athletic, but he's a sharp shooter. What direction do we go here? Went small forward. Don't want to draft just based off of age. I mean, taking an 18-year-old player, I mean, we could develop them long term. Like Wendell Hardaway, I mean, he can score, can play defense, can rebound. He's a little athletic. 7 foot, 19. I don't know if he's going to be there in the second round. We have a perimeter defender. Another small forward. We have the spot up threat. Tough call. Can he score a little bit? Yes, I mean he can, but I think we probably go for the sharpshooter though. Then we go for the sharpshooter, power forward, and then maybe try to snag Wendell Hardaway. Because we have Paul Reed as our backup center already. So, yeah, I think we're going to go with Kostas. Last name, I'm not even going to attempt. Out of Greece. I'm not sure what caused Kostas to slide down this far in the draft, but credit to the 76ers for picking him up when given the opportunity. So we took advantage of the opportunity. Right, let's go Bill Hill. Love the name. Shooting guard, Eugene Anderson. There goes the center. Point guard, Carl Hayward for the Cavs. Center, Irvin Green. So all these centers going off the board. Phoenix, they are trading Kelly Olynyk and Chris Boucher headed to Phoenix. Raptors back on the clock. They go Frederick Little, a small forward out of LSU. Center, Johnny Olsen out of Kansas State will be going to the Pelicans. The Knicks picking back-to-back. They go with a shooting guard, Terrence Saunders, and then they go with another shooting guard, Lee Hunt, Wizards go center Wendell Hardaway. That's the guy we were looking at. Timberwolves go point guard Chris Collins. Jazz go Brendan Myers out of Nebraska. Celtics go Ruben Wells, a shooting guard. Center Julio Wellington out of St. John's, New York, with the New York Knicks picking next. Dwayne O'Connor. Center, and you have a power forward. Small forward for them. And another trade. And I think we're into the second round, right? So Javon Freeman Liberty is being traded. And the Raptors back on the clock. And they take a 7-2 center out of Italy, Paolo Conti. And they pick again at number 35. And they go with a power forward, Will Cole. So the Raptors really being active in the draft. And we have another pick. All right, second round. So we already had the 2 first-round picks. And even though we may not sign all of these players in the draft, or that we draft, that small forward is still there. He was that perimeter defender. We're going to take him. We need a little bit of defense. And we go O.J. Wright Foreman out of Pepperdine, a lightning fast player as shown by his small forward leading 3/4 court sprint time at the combine. So he led all small forwards. Is the type of player GMs are willing to take a risk on. So we're taking a risk with that second round pick. Knicks go to point guard. And we're going to speed this up. This is a second round treble. And we have another offer, but we have some trade offers, 23 of them. We might actually deal this pick off because we don't need all these young players on a team that have championship aspirations. So looking at a team that we feel like may be trash in the near future, like the Lakers, who, I mean, it could rebuild. Magic. Pacers are good. I mean, the Pistons. Get a second round pick next year. Swap best with the Warriors. Spurs on a rebuild, but I'm not going to do no deal with them ever. If you know, you know. OKC are on the rise. Timberwolves on the rise. Golden State. Got the Wizards. So I'm looking at maybe the Wizards. Or a team like the Pistons. But I think we are going to look at some of these players. And we have a paint protector here. We're going to look at some of these positions. On a center that can rebound and can play in the paint. We have to look at a power forward. We already took a power forward. Maybe we need a point guard. If we can't bring back like a D'Anthony Melton, Kyle Lowry, we should be able to bring back Tyrese Maxey. And Alberto Santos, he's just a scorer, can't play any defense at all. And we probably were better off trading this pick away, because I don't see any players worth taking at this spot, looking at their ratings. So I think that's what we're going to do. We are going to trade this pick 11. And a team like the Pistons, who I think still have ways to go, we're going to do that for a next year's second round pick, swap best with the Warriors. And then we'll see what the Pistons do with this pick as they go power forward Andy Terrell out of Central Florida. And that should do it for the second round, which will be the conclusion of the draft. And we actually have another pick. And how many second round picks do the Sixers have? Okay. As we'll take a player. I don't know who, but we're going to take a player. Could deal this one too. Go center. I mean, sees with the scoring. He can play inside defense. He can rebound. We're going to take a chance on Dwayne Slaughter, way down here down the board. I interviewed Dane Slaughter in the days leading up to the draft. After the career he had at Miami, he fully expected to go in the first round. Unfortunately, it was not meant to be. So we get a guy that slipped down the board, 7'1", 241 pounds, out of Miami. And as I was trying to speed up the second round of the draft, we have another pick. So we took center, we took small forward, and I think another small forward. So I think shooting guard, point guard is where we need to think next, or think about trading this away. So we have a guy that can't shoot threes, but he can do everything else well. And we may have found a point guard. BJ Shepard. Look at shooting guards. Judd Oakley, he's athletic. Now, this guy's athletic. He can play defense. He can shoot the three, but he can't score inside, and he's a ball hawk. I think we're going to go with BJ Shepard. He's a D overall, but I like the ratings. A star at Temple, many NBA scouts question how well Shepard's game will adapt to the NBA level. These questions have amplified in recent days, which explains his drop into the second round. You have the Warriors on the clock. Wizards. They go center. And this is the end of the draft. I don't think any more trades is going to happen. We started this draft off with a blockbuster trade. Trae Young and Clint Capella going to the Rockets. Crazy. But the Hawks, this is why they did it. They found a generational center with that #1 pick in Earl Wilkins. 84 overall at 19 years of age. Crazy. And look at this. We get the second. Well, is he the second best player overall wise in the draft? We do. We get the second best overall player in the draft in Henry Rogers. And he's younger than that Hawks player, Earl Wilkins. He's only 18 years old. Henry Rogers, our 3-level threat, small forward / power forward. What a pick, as we got lucky in that draft lottery, getting pick 7. And we had another first round pick at 17, right? Costas, he was the power forward that was a sharpshooter. He's a 75 overall, only 18 years old. So 2 young guns. And then we had all those picks in the second round. Where are those picks at? Another 18-year-old, O.J. Wright Foreman. He's a 74, ball hawk. We have Slaughter, the center. He's a 69. Nice. He was supposed to go in the first round, according to the reports. And then B.J. Shepard. He is a 68. But it was a great draft class. It was a great draft for us, too. Great draft for us. Rookie signing. We are going to sign Henry Rogers, and we're going to sign Costas, and I'm going to sign O.J. Wright Foreman. Now, Slaughter and Shepard, we might bring them back a little bit later on, but we're just going to sign the 2 first-round picks and the second-round pick for right now, as these guys could make up our bench rotation like in the future. Like they could, I mean, one of these guys, especially Henry Rogers, he could be a part of the starting 5, even Costas. But I mean, they could make up our second unit in the future if we can develop them. So I like that. I like all those picks. Any team player options? We do not have any team player options, but LeBron, Paul George, they will opt out of their contracts. Drew Holiday, Jalen Duren, OG Anunoby, D. Russell, D. Loden, Lonzo Ball, Russell Westbrook, Jalen Smith, K. Love, Eric Gordon, Luke Kennard, Bruce Brown, Caleb Martin. I'm not going to read all these names, but some of the players opting out, declining their player options. And then you have Paolo Banchero there starting off the list of players that accepted. theirs. Qualifying offers, we have Tyrese Maxey, who is a restricted free agent. We will match any offers that he may receive from any other teams. I think I'm going to decline Quavion Smith, or we'll decline. Actually, I mean, we'll offer those two. But Jeff Dalton, we will not offer a contract to. And then we got Tyrese Maxey. And then we are at free agency, where LeBron leads the free agent list. If you watch the NBA draft, that second round, Bronny James was taken to the Lakers via Rich Paul and LeBron. But we're using auto-generated draft classes, so LeBron testing out the free agent here. But we have Pascal Siakam, who, if that was our big target, or the guy that we wanted to get in that first video, but we could not get. Also signed an extension in real life as I record this with the Indiana Pacers. And when you look at, this is how I feel about winning championships in the NBA and how to build teams, championship winning teams. I am a fan of the big threes. When you look at the Boston Celtics with Ray Allen, Paul Pierce, and Kevin Garnett, even the Miami Heat with Braun, Bosh, and Wade, I've always been a big fan of building big threes. That's how I usually like to build my teams, with big threes. But in today's NBA, I feel like you only need a dynamic duo to win a championship. You can even, go back to when Steph and, KD, even though that was a super team, you still had Clay, Draymond, and all of them. But I think dynamic duos like a Jokic and Jamal Murray. You just seen Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, even though they said they couldn't do it for years. I feel like having a dynamic duo, two superstars, and then maybe like a great six-man, and then a bunch of role players that can shoot the three, they can spot up, and then having a couple of guys that can play defense on the perimeter, inside the paint, a guy that can get rebound, just great role players, energy guys. Just having a dynamic duo, I think, is the best way to go in today's NBA. If you want to win the championship, the big three is kind of like dying out. Even, big three there with my Phoenix Suns with KD, Beal, and Booker. It didn't work out. It didn't work out with Kyrie, KD, and who was the next big three? And James Harden. That didn't work out. But Pascal Siakam, we wanted to get him in the first video. We may offer him a contract in this one. Tyrese Maxey is a restricted free agent, so we will match any offer he gets from other teams. Paul George, if you were watching the NBA Finals, PG and Joel Embiid were a part of the commentary, and Joel Embiid mentioned a missing piece for the 76ers with Paul George sitting a couple feet away from him, and Paul George could be that missing piece that the 76ers need to get over the hump, finish the process, trust the process, and win a championship. So we may offer Paul George a contract. DeMar DeRozan could be a great option if he wants to leave Chicago. So I like all of these names, but I think I am going to lean more towards Pascal Siakam. When you look at the age, he's 30 years old, which is the same as Joel Embiid, so he fits the timeline of the team with Joel Embiid. He is a 90 overall, which is only 1 point better than Paul George. He also is asking for less money, about $5 million less than Paul George is expecting to get. Also, Paul George has 12 offers. Pascal Siakam only has 3 offers. So when I look at all those credentials, I would probably rather prefer to go Pascal Siakam and avenge us not getting him in that first video rebuild for the 76ers. So I think Pascal Siakam is an option. I would also like to get some of our guys back, like a Kyle Lowry, which is why we overrided the retirement, getting like a Buddy Hield back that they got in the trade last season or during the season. So getting like Buddy Hield back, maybe getting DeAnthony Melton back, for defense. So getting some of our guys back, but Pascal Siakam and of course retaining the rights of Tyrese Maxey are our two main priorities. So Pascal Siakam, I'm going to try to offer him a deal and giving him a player option with a no trade clause, 41 mil. Probably should up it a little bit more. And we'll see if he takes that. Tyrese Maxey is prepared to sign with some team, and we have to match. So I am going to match and renounce the rights on Buddy Hield and Tobias Harris. Siakam now has 11 offers. 76ers, we're still up there. And then we have the Lakers. Do not decide to sign with the Lakers. Come on, bro. You know you want to sign with us. We might have to take that no trade clause off. Lakers coming for you. I mean, he decides to sign with the Lakers? Are you serious, bro? Why? Do I keep getting screwed out of Pascal Siakam? Well, maybe I deserve that. I was just talking about dynamic duos and how big threes, haven't been working recently. So you go to the Lakers, Pascal. He's going to pair up with LeBron. Okay. All right, so now we have to pivot. Going to give up on Siakam there. I mean, we got a power forward in Kostas who can come in. We got Henry Rogers. Maybe we start those two guys right away. So now I'm not going to give 50 mil to a 34-year-old DeMar DeRozan, which, I mean, it's not bad. But so we're going to retain some of our guys. So Buddy Hield, we can look to bring back. It's 31. I'll give him a 2-year deal. Kyle Lowry is another name I would like to get back. Bring him back on a 1-year deal. And DeAnthony Melton. Is another name I would like to get back. So if we can get Maxey, Buddy Hield, Kyle Lowry, DeAnthony Melton, get all our guys back, I'm fine with that. And what the heck? I thought you agreed to sign with the Lakers. Bro, Pascal Siakam is just playing with us, bro. I thought he agreed to decide to sign with the Lakers. So we brought back Maxey, we brought back Buddy Hield, we threw money at Kyle Lowry. And now Pascal Siakam is sitting there. Crazy. Crazy, man. So now we probably don't have any money to offer him. It's okay. So now we have Maxey, Kyle Lowry as the backup, Buddy Hield, DeAnthony Melton as the backup, Rogers, and we're going to have Foreman as the backup. Kostas, and then maybe Paul Reed if we want to play him at power forward. And then we have Embiid and Reed. So we need a power forward, which should have been Pascal Siakam. But we'll see who else we could afford. I mean, we could bring back Tobias Harris, but I think that has kind of ran its course. Tobias Harris and the Philadelphia 76ers. I mean, he is affordable, though. And when I look at his stats from the season, I mean, it wasn't bad. Kind of matched what he did in 2021 and 2022. But Tobias Harris. Nick Batum is there. Could bring him back. Rocco. Can't believe Pascal Siakam played us like that. I mean, we could offer him that, but we'll see if he ends up signing with what is it, the Pacers. I wouldn't mind that because he did re-sign with them in real life, so that wouldn't be an issue. Now, do we want to bring back Tobias Harris though? We're going to keep developing Tyrese Maxey as our second star to Embiid. That's our dynamic duo. We have a strong bench, I think, in Lowry, Melton, one of these guys, one of these rookies, the three rookies that we have. And then Paul Reed, I mean, could step into that starting power forward position if we want to play him at power forward. So we could just go get a backup center or power forward. So we'll see who's affordable at those two positions. Pat Bev, who was on that first, he was on the team in that first video. Andre Jordan. I mean, Tobias Harris seems to be the best option that's available. I think we bring back Batum. I think we're going to bring back Nicholas Batum. And maybe start. Yeah, we'll bring back Batum. 1 year deal. Oops, go back to that. Bring back Nick Batum. You know, like a 2 year deal. Sign him, and we should have what 10 players now on our roster. So we got Maxey, Lowry, Hill, Melton, Rogers, Wright, Foreman, Batum, Kosis, and we could look to get those two rookies that we did not sign in the second round. So those will fill up 2 spots, and then we have some qualifying offers too. So I think that'll do it for free agency now. If Pascal Siakam doesn't sign, why is he not signing with nobody, bro? These other teams making 1 year deals for him. How are they even making those offers to him? How are they making those offers to him? Hell, can we get him? We're going on what, day 5 and he hasn't signed? This may be a situation where we can steal him towards the end of free agency. I don't want to make him an offer right now, though, because it'll piss him off and he's not going to want to negotiate with us. I may be giving my hopes up here, but he does not want to sign with nobody, bro. He lied to the team that he was going to go to. Was it the Lakers, I think, with LeBron? And he's like, no, I actually changed my mind. I'm not going to go there. And now he's playing around with these other teams, bro. He's not signing. He doesn't want to take anything. We're on day 8. We're going to have to make an offer. Bro. He's still available? I'll tell you what, on day 11, if he's still there, we're going to do it. He's not going to take it. There's no trade clause. We'll do 1 year deal. No trade clause. He's insulted. I don't care. Our offer should still be there with everybody else. Where is it? 76ers. Okay. We're on the list. We are on the list. And it took us off the list. I should have waited for the last day. Yeah, he's not interested in signing with us. I don't think he's interested in signing with any damn body. So we get Quavion Smith back. Player progression. See, Embiid goes down a point, but Maxey goes up a point, so those offset. Everybody else pretty much stays the same. Buddy Hield, he's starting to regress. Kyle Lowry, Batum, you know the veterans, they all regress. NBA Summer League, we're going to fill out automatically. Simulate all the games. Trying to simulate the last game. It won't let me. Okay. We are now stuck on that screen. Okay, we want to move forward. And we are stuck in the Summer League with the hot ass sun. Great. Bro, all the games are simulated. Let me move on. All right, we're going to have to exit. Okay, there we go. Summer League. Simulate through all the games. There we go. All right. So, looking for the 76ers. We got the Pistons in round one, and we get eliminated. As Rogers, he's our first round pick, right? So he had 16 points. And then Costas, he had 8.6 rebounds, 1 assist. And we had OJ Wright Foreman, no points in 23 minutes, 1 rebound, 1 assist, but he did have 3 steals. And we're going to simulate the Summer League as the Rockets win the championship for the Summer League. Cam Whitmore scoring 29 points, Amen Thompson, excuse me, and they add Trae Young and Clint Capella. All-Star City selection will be in OKC. Auto-generate the rookies. 2K Hoop Summit. Oscar Watson. Herbert Sims. These are some of the names we're going to see in the next draft class. Manuel Santiago. Neil Drake. And now we can advance to next season, which is where this would typically be the end of year one of the rebuilds, but we're not going to stop until we get to the playoffs, to the NBA Finals. So the roster, Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey, Paul Reed, who's going to have to step up, Henry Rogers, who was our first round pick. We brought back Buddy Hield, Melton, and Lowry. We drafted Costas. We brought back Batum. Eric Gordon and TJ Warren somehow ended up on the team. The CPU must have signed them. And Otto Porter Smith. And then we got Terquavion Smith back on that qualifying offer. I don't want Otto Porter or Eric Gordon or TJ Warren, but those are not bad players to fill out our roster. But free agents, Tobias Harris is here, who we could bring back. We might have to bring back. Might as well bring back. Bruce Brown is a name we can bring in. But it looks like Pascal Siakam did sign with a team. And I'm interested to see, where did he go? Let me look through the team. He didn't go to the Lakers. There's the new look Rockets with Trae Young, Sengun, Jalen Green, Thompson, VanVleet, Capella. But where is he goes to the Wizards. Okay. But looking at our roster, this is what Nick Nurse wants to do. So he wants to go with D. Melton, the rookie Rogers, Batum, and Embiid, to have a bench of Paul Reed, Buddy Hield, Kyle Lowry, Costas, and it's a 9-man rotation, right? So I think what we could do, they have Batum starting. They're starting the rookie Rogers. I'm all for that. And they're starting DeAnthony Melton for defense. I understand that. Um, do we start Buddy Hield, though? Yeah, 12 points a game. Melton had 11. I mean, we could go D. Melton. I actually like D. Melton as a starting shooting guard. And then Rogers, the rookie, first round pick, number 7. And then I think Paul Reed could probably get that power forward starting spot. Do we need a backup center? I feel like we don't have a backup center. So we're going to look into free agents. Tobias Harris, man. I mean, don't have enough money to bring him back anyway. Looking at the centers, I mean, Mo Bamba, D. Jordan, Tristan Thompson. Derek Favors, Lopez, Bismack Biyombo, Serge Ibaka. You know what? We're going to go with that center that we took in the draft. I don't quite remember the name, if he's here in the free agents. What was bro name? I'll know it when I see it. I know he was like a 60-some overall. Might have gotten signed by another team. Who knows? Was it Cam Early? Nah, I think he was like a 68 overall. Forgot bro name. Might have been a power forward. It might have been a power forward center. With center being his secondary position that he plays. I think we're just gonna go with this roster. So Batum is not gonna start at power forward. Maybe we go with Kostas. He was our other first round pick. But I think Paul Reed probably needs to be, yeah, he needs to be our starting power forward. And then 6-man, we'll probably have Buddy Hield. We only have a 9-man rotation. Buddy Hield. It's going to be Kyle Lowry, Batum, and Kostas. And then we'll move the other rookie up to the 10 spot and go at this lineup. We'll give about 10 minutes to the rookie. Batum can get about 14. Kyle Lowry will get 16 minutes. Buddy Hield can get about 18 minutes. Well, he's our 6-man, right? So he's going to have to get about 24. I'll give about 18 to Kyle Lowry. Batum can have 14, 36 for Embiid, about 26 for Paul Reed, 24 for Rogers, and we have a lot of minutes available. So 36 for the 2 stars. Rogers, the rookie, I guess we can give him 26. 28 for both Reed and Melton as we look for both of them to have good years. Both taking a big jump. Other rookie, Kostas, I guess we can put him up in minutes. Man, we have a lot of minutes. I like to go with 10-man rotation, but this is Nick Nurse. So we have 8 more minutes. Let's do 26 to Buddy Hield, 22 to Kyle Lowry. 20 to Kostas, 18 Batum. We'll look at the power rankings on 2K. We are at number. Did I skip us? We are all the way at number 9. So in the top 10, Eric has us at number 10, one spot down, and then NBA.com has us at. Are we in the top? Top 4. So shout out to the NBA. But 2K sees us at 9, and Eric sees us at number 10. But 2K thinks we are a top 4 team when it comes to the power rankings. Player mentorships, not going to get into that right now. We're going to look at the team intel. We are buying for a championship. I don't have any players on the trading block and none of that. I am going to make Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey both untouchable. Target list, we are still looking to add. What team is he on? The Wizards. Pascal Siakam. I don't care if we can't trade for him. He's going to be on our damn target list after December 22nd. We looked at the power rankings. Going to make sure that we don't miss the in-season tournament. I did not check out the results of that while it was happening. We had forgot about it and skipped over it. Looking at the mock drafts, they have us have the number 1 pick, taking a center. And then that's the sporting news. 2K has us taking a shooting guard, and NBA has us taking that center, Clay Ellis. So it's great. Oh, he can score. He can play defense. He can rebound. High potential, 7'1", 21, 238. I mean, they don't think we're gonna trade Joel Embiid if we don't win the championship. I don't know. And then looking at the prospect scouting, Tim Chase, a different center, is on top of the prospects. So who's the center that they have us taking? Clay Ellis, all the way down here. And then looking at the system proficiency for Nick Nurse, it is grit and grind. We are 3.5 stars. We did the coaching game plan. Don't really need to do the on-the-fly lineups. But I think we are ready to simulate the first game of the season. We have the OKC Thunder. And we are going to beat them 134 to 119. Joel Embiid with 33, Maxey 27, Paul Reed 22 and 11 with 1 assist, 2 steals, 1 block, making us look like a genius not signing Pascal Siakam. Buddy Hield with 15 and 4. The rookie Kostas 9, 2, 1 and 1 in his debut, and the other rookie Rogers 8, 5 and 1. So both rookies contributing right away. Kyle Lowry with 8 and 1 and 2. Melton 6, 5 and 6, and Batum 6, 1, 1 and 1. So everybody on the bench, all the starters, led by Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey and Paul Reed, getting us to win our first game of the season. We got the Chicago Bulls. We beat them 125-111. Looks like they lost DeMar DeRozan. 31 for Embiid, so back-to-back 30-point games, looking to win MVP. Double-double, and then Maxey with 26. Rogers 18 and 5, Kyle Lowry at 15, Buddy Hield 13, Kostas 9, Melton 7, Paul Reed 6. No points for Batum, but he did have 2 rebounds and an assist. Also had 1 turnover. Got New York Knicks, as the 76 or the Nets are offering us Wilson and Bates Diop for Paul Reed. We are going to decline, and we lose our first loss to the New York Knicks, but it wasn't overtime. Joel Embiid had 38, 15, Maxey with 28. And then Rogers, Reed, both with 13, Melton 12, Kostas 9, Lowry 8, Buddy Hield 7, Batum with 1 point, but he did have 6 assists and 3 rebounds. Utah Jazz, we bounced back. We beat them 123-104. Embiid, he's averaging 30 points a game. Maxey 26, Buddy Hield with 20, Kostas 15, Rogers, Melton, Reed, Batum. So the 9-man rotation actually working out. We beat the Detroit Pistons 124 105 to 115. Embiid, he has not had a game less than 30. 17 rebounds, 7 assists, 4 blocks. Kostas, 17 points. Maxey, 14. Melton with 13. Reed with a double-double as our starting power forward. Buddy Hield, 11. He is our sixth man. And then Rogers, Lowry, and Batum. Knicks trying to get revenge. Oh, man, they beat us again. Jalen Brunson, 33. Julius Randle with 29. Embiid, 39-11. Maxey, 21-2. Hield. Not a great game for Kostas. He had 0 points. We can't beat the Knicks. Got the Rockets, who have Trae Young and Clint Capella with that young core. And Embiid, 39-17. Maxey, 21. Buddy Hield, 15. Melton, 13. Rogers with 13. So 2 back-to-back losses. We got the Spurs. They don't have Greg Popovich. He retired. And we lose 3 straight. Keldon Johnson with 30. Wemby, double-double. Embiid, double-double. The rookie Rogers, 18, looking to win Rookie of the Year. We got Maxey, Melton, Kostas, Paul Reed, Lowry, Buddy Hield, Batum. Didn't score any points. Toronto Raptors, this is the Kyle Lowry game, and we scored 137. Joel Embiid with 30. Rogers, 26, career high for him. Kyle Lowry showing out back in Toronto, 17 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals. Kostas is 17, great scoring night for the bench, or for the starters, I should say. Paul Reed, 15, 1 rebound shy of a double-double. Tyrese Maxey, 12-4. Buddy Hield, 10, 7-10 for Melton, 3, 3, 2, and 1 for Batum. Got the Wizards. Joel Embiid, pulled right calf muscle, and this has been kind of plaguing his career. The damn injuries, man. We're going to have to put Paul Reed at center, and then we're going to have Kostas come in, the rookie, as our starting power forward. Could go Batum. And then the rookie O.J. Wright Freeman is going to come in and get some minutes. Damn, that sucks. So Maxey, going to give him not going to overplay him, but Melton can get now 30. Rogers, the rookie, we might as well give him 30. Kostas, we will give him about 26. Paul Reed can get 30. Buddy Hield can get maybe 30. We're going to have to up these minutes to make up for the minutes of Joel Embiid. 26 for Kyle Lowry, damn near 28. Batum, you can get 20. I forgot about O.J. Wright. You can get about 18, and then we'll give the rest to O.J. Wright Freeman. We have 1 more minute to give to somebody. Give it to the rookie. See what he can do. Oh, that's why. 20 to Batum. So our lineup is going to look a little bit different. Man, Joel Embiid was on a run. Now, Maxey scored 30, though, in that last game. So maybe he can be the one to give us those 30-point games. Now with Joel Embiid, it's going to get more touches. He's going to have to be the leader. And we win our first game without Joel Embiid. Kostas, 24-13, stepping up, next man up mentality. Tyrese Maxey, 22, 7 and 8 with 4 steals. Buddy Hield, 16. Lowry, 16. O.J. Wright, 2, 3, 3 and 1. Lose to the Raptors, but we don't have Joel Embiid. 31 for Maxey, 20 for Rogers. O.J. Wright Freeman, though. I saw him there with 13 and 1 assist. We got the Cavs, who we lost to in that first video in the Eastern Conference Finals. We lose here by 6 points. 3 20-point players, DeAnthony Melton, Kostas, and Tyrese Maxey. Buddy Hield with 19. Rogers with 11. Paul Reed with 11. But we're going to need Joel Embiid back. And soon as I said it, he is back. Buddy Hield, though, tore his right MCL. So we get a player back, and then we lose a player. So Buddy Hield, who was our 6th man. So Kostas, who is on fire, he's going to get more minutes. But Paul Reed will go back to starting power forward. Kostas is hot. Kyle Lowry will be our 6th man with Kostas, with Batum, and with O.J. Wright Freeman. And we are going to go with either T.J. Warren, Otto Porter, or Eric Gordon. We'll go with T.J. Warren. These are not guys that we signed. The AI did. But we have minutes that we have to reallocate. So Embiid, got to get him 36 minutes again. So he's going to have 36. Maxey with 36, 28, 28, and 28 for those three. 24 for Lowry. Oh man, so we're gonna have to 26, 26, 26, 22 for Lowry. Costas can get, yeah, we're a 9-man rotation, right? So OJ played good. He can get 12. He's actually playing better than Batum, so we'll give Batum 12, him 14. Costas needs more minutes, right? So Melton with 26, Rogers with 20. We'll give him 24. We'll give Costas 14, Wright Freeman 14. We'll give Batum 10, and we'll do Costas with 16. That's why the minutes were all. Buddy Hield was holding all of them with 30. So going back, 30, 30, 30, 36, about 26, 20, 16, and we can give 16 to Batum. So that works out. We get Joel Embiid back, no Buddy Hield, but we beat the Pacers 109 and 104. They have DeMar DeRozan on their team. Double-double for the returning Joel Embiid. Rogers with 23. Rogers, our first-round pick, number 7 overall, could be that third piece to our big three that I'm really not trying to build. I'd rather keep a dynamic duo with Maxey and Joel Embiid. We have the Bulls, who are 4 and 12. They're terrible. Maxey, 45 on the Bulls, like he's Jordan, coming back. 25 for Embiid. Triple-double, 25, 15, and 10. The 2 stars playing like stars in Chicago. We got the Milwaukee Bucks. We lose by a point. Dame and Giannis. I also have Kevin Porter Jr., Chris Middleton, but Embiid and Maxey both at 20, 18 for Rogers. Got the Brooklyn Nets. We beat them 132, blow them out. 132 to 99. Cam Thomas, the man over there. If you saw, my boy Mikal Bridges traded to the New York Knicks. But Embiid with 35, Maxey with 34. That's all I need to see. My Phoenix Suns, 7 and 10. With the big three still. But they beat us 130 to 118. Rogers was our leading scorer. Maxey and Embiid, kind of an off night to his standards for Embiid, only 19 and 15. We had the Boston Celtics, reigning champions. They're 9 and 9, and we beat them 108 to 95. So that's a great look because we're going to have to see them in the playoffs. Rogers with 25, Maxey with 19. Have the Atlanta Hawks. A new look Hawks. They have that generational center that they took when they shopped off Trae Young and Clint Capella, and they still have DeJounte Murray. What was the guy's name that they took? Johnson. It was Wilkins. So he dropped 17 and 13. He was an 83, 84 overall from the jump, and they beat us with him. And we have the Nets. Should be getting Buddy Hield back. I think he was only out 1 to 2 months. We beat them 103 to 96. 33 for Maxey. We had the Boston Celtics, who we just beat, so we could beat them again. And we lose by a point, 119 to 120. Brown and Tatum, both with dub. Rogers with 33, career high for the rookie. He made 6 threes. Maxey with 30. He made 4 threes. And just to make sure we don't forget, the in-season tournament. Did we miss it again? To the standings. Bracket. Yeah, so the Thunder beat the Bulls, and they are the in-season tournament champions. I don't even think we were. Yeah, we weren't in it. So congrats. Shout out. Salute to OKC Thunder. But we want to win the NBA Finals. All right, Rogers not being traded. We beat the Miami Heat. Another Kyle Lowry game. Maxey, 33. Joel with 23. Kyle Lowry had 11, 2, and 4. Play the Heat again. Beat them. Damn near the same score. 124, 123, 99. So our defense holding them to 99 points. Maxey with 37. And Embiid with 14 rebounds and 24 points. Double-double for him. And then Kyle Lowry, not such a great game. 0 points, 1 rebound, but he did have 5 steals. Okay, he was on his defense. He was on his defense that night. We got the Orlando Magic, another Florida team, staying in Florida. We just beat the Heat, and we lose to the Magic by 4 points. But Maxey with 48, 6 and 6. Did he make 8 3-pointers? 8 threes for Maxey. And when you're looking at team stats, team records, that might be a record. So 3-pointers made. Yeah, Tyrese Maxey. No, he already did. He had 9 back in October 28, 2022. So, but he just tied it. Little tied De'Anthony Melton. So he gets back on the records list for threes made in the game for the 76ers. We have the Denver Nuggets. They blow us out. Embiid with 32. Jokic with 36 and 20. Got the Knicks as Buddy Hield is back. We get our 6-man back. Happy to have him back. And I think I'm going to take Batum out of the rotation. Go with Buddy Hield. We're going to keep Lowry as our 6-man. Let Buddy Hield work his way back up. And then we'll give him 16 minutes. He's going to split some minutes with Kyle Lowry. They're both going to share 22 minutes competing for that 6-man role. The Knicks, Joel Embiid, you're going to play with that. As we lose to the Knicks by, 40? 50 for Julius Randle, 33 for Jalen Brunson. We got the Trailblazers. We beat them by double digits. Joel Embiid with 34 and 10. Maxey 21, 4 and 7. Got the Washington Wizards. Playing them on Christmas. Joel Embiid. Okay, we're going to leave him in. Probably should take him out, but 31 points for Embiid. He scores a double-double. Kyle Lowry with 23. Maxey with 21. Paul Reed with a double-double, 16 and 13. We need Joel Embiid to stay healthy if we have any chance at getting to the playoffs in the finals. We beat the Toronto Raptors. Embiid with 38-17, so that injury not phasing him. Maxey with 34. 23 and 14 for Paul Reed. Paul Reed and De'Anthony Melton were the two guys I was looking to step up. And Paul Reed is doing it. De'Anthony Melton with 12 points. Buddy Hield, 13. Kostas with 14 and 9. Maxey, our leading scorer. We got the Milwaukee Bucks. I think they beat us last time we matched up with them. They beat us again because of Giannis and Dame and Chris Middleton. Got the Pelicans. We're playing them on New Year's Day. Embiid is at full strength. We beat them by 5 points. Maxey with 24. Rogers with 22. Melton 17. Got the Golden State Warriors. Buddy Hield with the injury bug. But we're able to beat the Warriors. 30 for Embiid, 22, 5 and 5 for Maxey. Buddy Hield, even though he's fighting injuries, he makes 4 3-pointers. De'Anthony Melton with 16, 14 for Kostas, 12. 1 rebound shy of a double-double for Paul Reed. Got the Lakers. Embiid back to full strength. Buddy Hield back. Buddy Hield healed up. We beat the Lakers 106-91. 34 for Embiid. He had a double-double. Double-double, 10-17 for Paul Reed. We got the Sacramento Kings. Lose to them by 20. Maxey and Embiid had a great game, though, points-wise. And then we got the Clippers. We lose by 3 points. Maxey and Embiid with 40 and 30. We got the Trailblazers. Beat them by 25. Embiid with 37 and 16. We had Kostas with 20. Maxey 17. Great game for the bench. Got the Toronto Raptors. It's taking a minute to simulate our practice days. We have a trade offer that we're not going to do with, what was that, the Timberwolves? And we beat the Toronto Raptors 46 for Maxey, 41 and 24 season high rebounds for Joel Embiid. And Joel Embiid breaks his right hand. He's out again. Okay, so Embiid is out. We're going to have to go with Paul Reed. We're going to go with Costas at power forward. And we're going to bring back Batum into the rotation. All right. So Embiid is going to sit out for a couple of weeks. This will allow Maxey. He's going to stay at 36 minutes. Costas is going to go up to about 24 minutes. Lowry is going to go to 28. Buddy Hield is going to go to 28. Wright Foreman is going to go to 20. And then Batum will get the rest of the minutes at 14. But we beat the Hornets. We beat the Bulls without Embiid. Rodgers with 34. Maxey with 27. Got the Celtics, who they'll probably beat us. And they do. Paul Reed is hurt. And I do want to add Siakam on the target list because we are not giving up. I am going to land Pascal Siakam on the 76ers. But we lose to the Celtics. We get Paul Reed fully healed. Lose to the Pelicans as we are some weeks away from All-Star Weekend. Joel Embiid, he's day-to-day, but I'm going to leave him out. We don't want the injury to get any worse. We beat the Clippers by 10, 37 from Maxey. We have the Heat. Embiid is back, and that is going to be his return game against the Heat. So we're going to put him back in the rotation. Batum was cold anyway, so we're glad we're going to be sitting him back down. Wright Freeman is injured, but we're going to leave him in there. We're just going to lower his minutes. Embiid is back at starting center. We're going to have Paul Reed at power forward. And then Buddy Hield back as the sixth man, Costas and Wright Freeman. So we're going to go with 22 for Costas. Embiid. Okay, so 30, 30, 30. That's fine. Lowry can get 24. We got to get Embiid back to 36 minutes. So back at 36 minutes, Kyle Lowry, I do want to give more minutes to. Yeah, we'll go like that. Going to be at the All-Star Weekend anyway. We beat the Miami Heat with the return of Joel Embiid, 36, 23, and 6 in his return game. Buddy Hield with 21. We got the Chicago Bulls. I think we've beaten them every time. Wright Freeman is back in, not injured, but he is back healed up, so we're going to give him some more minutes back. And we are going to give, Kyle, I don't want to take any minutes away from these guys. Joel Embiid is gassed. Melton and Rodgers are at an 80 overall. We're going to take, we got to give some minutes to, there we go, get 2 more minutes. We didn't look at the points for our team in this game. Embiid, 24-16, double-double. We're 27-20, so we're over 500. Looking like a playoff team. We are what? Ranked, we're 4th in the conference. Well, we just dropped to 5th. Or 3rd. We upped it to 3rd. 19-14. So not a great scoring game for the team, but double-double for Joel Embiid. We get the W. We got the Minnesota Timberwolves. Lose by 15. Ant-Man with 38. Embiid with 32. Dallas Mavericks. We're not going to do that trade. Right, Freeman pinched nerve. Our injuries haven't been bad. I know Embiid has been getting injured. Buddy Hield, he's been injured, but it hasn't been like long term. And as long as we have our roster for the playoffs, Paul Reed for Morris, Nick, no, not doing that. We lose to the Magic. We are playing a little inconsistent, but we haven't been consistent with our lineup because we've had injuries. And this is what the trade deadline, and we are going to look at transaction report. So Paul George got traded back to the Pacers for DeMar DeRozan. PG going back to the Pacers. Jordan Poole going to the Rockets. So Clint Capella, who got traded on draft day, gets traded again. He's going to the Wizards to play with our boy Pascal. And then John Wall traded to the Thunder. Robert Williams to the Lakers. My boy Cam Johnson to the Magic for Jonathan Isaac. Draymond got traded to the Jazz. So the Warriors, not looking like the same Warriors. We are at the trade deadline though. And I want to see if we could pull off a trade for Pascal Siakam. Because we still want him. So if I go to trade player finder, Pascal, trade finder, we would have to give up Tyrese Maxey and Rogers, or Tyrese Maxey and Buddy Hills. And we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We are going to look at some trades. Like if I was to trade maybe, who would we put on the trade block? I like the team, the way they're playing. But if we were to give up like Paul Reed, we could get a Bobby Portis for a year. He's on an expiring contract. But I like the way the team is playing. I think if we should get to the playoffs. We should be able to get over the hump. So I think we're going to keep this this team together. Probably need to bench him because he is injured. Trade deadline, we are going to move past the trade deadline. And we beat the Grizzlies. So nobody got traded. 32 for Maxey, 26 for Embiid. Got the Milwaukee Bucks. They've had our number, and they beat us again. Buddy Hield injured again, bro. Come on, buddy. Lowry back as our... Let's play TJ Warren. About 12 minutes. So Lowry can get about 26. Then we'll go Buddy Hield. It's been injury prone. And then we'll go 16 to Batum. But we lose again to the Milwaukee Bucks. We can't beat the Bucks. We can't beat the Knicks. Rockets. We beat them, no. Trae Young, Fred VanVleet. They got like a little young super team over there. Tyrese Maxey with 39, Embiid 25 and 19. And then the Pacers, our last game before the All-Star weekend. Buddy Hield is back, but we're gonna let him sit out. Oh, you serious, bro? Oh, Maxey, pull it right calf muscle, 6 to 8 weeks. Gonna have to go D Melton as a starting point guard. No, we don't. We can go Kyle Lowry. What am I talking about? Kyle Lowry, D Melton. Oh man. Gonna have to go. We'll go Eric Gordon. No, Buddy Hield is back. Go Buddy Hield. Back as our sixth man with Kostas, Batum. TJ Warren is hot, so leave TJ Warren in there. Embiid, we're going to leave at 36. Paul Reed, 30. Kyle Lowry is going to be 30. Buddy Hield, which is going to make him 30 minutes. And then everybody else. TJ Warren is hot. We'll give him some extra minutes. Kostas will give him some extra minutes. But no Tyrese Maxey. We are We're gonna look at the award races. Luka leading the MVP. Earl Wilkins, that generational center, he's leading all rookies. We have Henry Rogers there at third place. Sixth man of the year, Trae Young. They have Trae Young as a sixth man, bruh. Come on. Wembanyama, defensive player of the year so far. Asura Thompson, most improved. You got Paul Reed there at number 3, clutch player. Luka. But looking at the All-Star, all the participants, we are in the East. We have Joel Embiid, and we have Tyrese Maxey, even though he is injured. And then dunk contest, Shaedon Sharpe, both Thompson brothers, Scoot Henderson. And then three-point contest, got Keegan Murray, Steph, Clay, Dame, Tyrese Halliburton, and Ant-Man. And do we have anybody on the USA team? Do we have anybody on the world team? We have Kostas. He's going to be on the world team. And Henry Rogers is going to be on USA. So we are going to be represented during All-Star weekend. So Valentine's Day, we had Rogers, 3 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal. And then we have Kostas with 12, 7, and 1. But I think USA won. So Rogers only scoring 3 points gets the better of Kostas. We don't care about the dunk contest, or we care about the three-point contest, still lit, but dunk contest we don't care about. As Dame wins the 3-point contest, Asura Thompson, that's the one that plays for Detroit, he wins the dunk contest. And then the All-Star game, the Western Conference beat the Eastern Conference. The East was led by Tatum. We had Embiid on the team. Maxey did not play. LeBron led the other team, and we are back to the regular season, where we're going to finish out the second half of the schedule. We're going to have to finish strong. We are ranked 6th in the conference. We are 31-24. Look at the Cavs all the way up there, 43 wins. Got the Brooklyn Nets. We beat them 135-112 with Rogers 26, Kostas 26, the 2 rookies leading the way, both with dub 6. Buddy Hield with 22, Embiid didn't have to do it all. TJ Warren 17-7. Miami Heat, we beat them, so we're 2-0 after the All-Star break. 27-11 for Embiid. Paul Reed with 19. We got the Indiana Pacers. Wright Foreman is back, but we are going to leave TJ Warren in because he is red hot. And we're playing a former team of TJ Warren. Embiid 25-15. TJ Warren only scores 2. That's all I needed to witness there. I'm gonna put our rookie back in. Got the Spurs. They're having a great season without Greg Popovich. Embiid 31, great game for him. DeAnthony Melton with a double-double. Got the Lakers. Could be LeBron's final season. We beat them 127-99. Joel Embiid 32-12. Rogers 17-11. Got the Magic 36-24. And we lose by 3. So we're having problems with the Magic, the Bucks, and the Knicks. You got the Dallas Mavs. Buddy Hield, man. Injured. Maybe it wasn't a smart move to pay him and bring him back, but TJ Warren will get back in. So now Buddy and Maxey both injured, and we're gonna have to give those minutes. Oh man, I don't like the 6-man options right now. Oh, it's going to have to be Kostas. Kostas is going to have to step up. He's going to get 30. Batum, he's hot right now. He's going to get... OJ is hot too, so TJ is going to get... Yeah, we can do that. But we beat Dallas by 4 points. Paul Reed with 19. Phoenix Suns... right at 500. They're 31-31. We put them under 500. 38 points for Joel. And we're about to hit 40 wins. Tyrese Maxey is back. So TJ will sit. We'll go at Maxey. Not Kostas. We'll go at Maxey back at point guard. DeAnthony Melton back at shooting guard, where he was. Kyle Lowry will be the 6th man, and we have our 9-man rotation back. So, right, Freeman will go down some minutes because we have to give some back to our boy Maxey, 24 for him. So Maxey's at 30, so 36, 30, 30, 30. Kostas can get probably like 18. We can do 18 for Batum, 24 for Lowry. We can do 16 or 18 for him, for OJ. And we were already looking good after the All-Star break, and now with Tyrese Maxey back, we beat the Jazz 33 in his return game. 30 for Embiid. The Nuggets tearing it up over there in the West with 42 wins, and they tear us up with that win or loss. We beat the Cavs by a point. I think they're leading the East. Maxey with 35, 25 and 15 for Joel Embiid. We lose to the Hawks. We take another L to... Oh, you serious, bro? What? Only had him back for 2 games for him to be out for the rest of the regular season and probably first round of the playoffs. This game knows what it's doing. It knows what it's doing. Kyle Lowry back in the starting rotation. Embiid, don't want to overplay his minutes. Kostas going to be at 30. Batum, 24. 24 for him. Oh, I forgot about TJ Warren. So, not going to get that many minutes. But 18 for TJ Warren. And he scored 30. Unbelievable. Broke his left elbow, 8 to 10 weeks. Yeah, he's going to miss the first round, maybe a little bit of the second round. If we even advance in the second round, we are ranked 4th in the conference. We're just going to have to finish strong and try to win a playoff series or 2 without him. We beat the, not the Wizards, the Warriors, 22 points from the rookie, Rodgers. We have Timberwolves, we lose to them. Leading scorer Kyle Lowry. We lose to the Wizards. Siakam. They traded for Clint Capella. They have a new front court. Get blown out by the Brooklyn Nets. Embiid with 22. We dropped to 5. We beat the Boston Celtics. So we're beating some of the stronger teams in the East. The Knicks, who we haven't been able to get past. They're only 37 and 36. I think they swept us. Julius Randle he went ham every game against us. We beat the Kings though, 124-108. Rodgers. At least when Maxey or Embiid goes down, Rodgers, our first round pick, with no nervousness, he steps up as the next star, I guess, in the making, the next scorer. Joel Embiid. TJ Warren, man, I didn't even want him. I didn't even sign him. The computer, the CPU picked him up, and he has been one of the bright spots of our bench. 23 points from TJ Warren. Glad we decided to keep him on the team. We beat the Wizards 116-105. Embiid with 34. Kostas with 26. Rodgers with 19. 2 great first-round draft picks. We beat the Pacers 95-92. Rodgers, 29 points. And then we have the Nets, who we lose to. Embiid with 41. And we're going to finish the season off against the Hornets. I think I'm going to leave Buddy Hield out of this game but we're going to play him for the final game so we can prep him for the playoffs. O.J. Wright, another rookie, the second rounder with 19, Rogers at 17. And we are going to play Buddy Hield for this last game just so he's not rusty. Man, we need Maxey back. We're going to play T.J. Warren. Batum is not going to play. Buddy Hield is coming back. He's only going to get 18. So we should spread this out some. So 20, 20, 20. Spread that out. And last game of the season against the Hornets. We're not going to play Tyrese Maxey. We get him back before the playoffs, though. As Luka wins MVP, bro, averaged 37.2, 11 rebounds, 11.3 assists. He averaged a triple-double. He wins MVP. Earl Wilkins, when he got drafted, they could have given him the damn trophy already. He wins Rookie of the Year. He averaged a double-double. Trae Young, 6th Man of the Year. Wembanyama, Defensive Player of the Year. Asur Thompson, he also won the dunk contest. He was the most improved. And then Dame was the Clutch Player of the Year, averaging 27. And then J.V. Bickerstaff was the Coach of the Year. Brandon Harrison was the Executive of the Year as the Cavs win 61 games. All NBA first team. We get Embiid on the second team. We don't get Tyrese Maxey on the third team because he was injured. We don't get anybody on all defensive first team, but we get D'Anthony Melton on all NBA second team. That is why we re-signed him. We get Henry Rogers on all rookie first team and Kostas on all rookie first team, and we don't get OJ on the second team. But we do make the playoffs as a 5th seed. We play the reigning defending NBA champions, Boston Celtics, in round 1. Looking at the stats for our players. Why is it not showing Embiid? Okay. Henry Rogers with 15, almost 16 points per game for his rookie season. Did not shoot great from 3. And then D'Anthony Melton. Why is it? Okay, so there we go. All right, so Embiid averaged 27.4, 38% from 3, 89% from free throw, 54 from the field. Maxey averaged 25, 5 assists, but he did not play. He only played 60 games. We saw Rogers' stats. Kostas 11 and 6, 34% from 3. Paul Reed 10 points, career high, 9 rebounds, so almost a double-double. Shot 40% from 3, 53 from the field. D'Anthony Melton, he had 1.9 steals per game. He was on all defensive, first team or second team? I think it was second team. Kyle Lowry with a good season as the backup point guard, sometimes starting. Buddy Hield, just a shaky season, injured left and right. OJ with 5.7. Batum didn't play all that much. T.J. Warren was great for us. When he came in, 6.3, 42% from the field. And then Clavion didn't play, Eric Gordon didn't play, Otto Porter did not play. But good news is we get Tyrese Maxey back, and we are going to put him back in the lineup. So Tyrese Maxey makes his return. TJ Warren, I want TJ Warren playing. So it's going to be Maxey, Melton, Rogers, Reed, and Embiid. We're going to have Kyle Lowry as the 6th man with Buddy Hield, OJ, Kostas. We're going to have Kostas, and then we have to choose out of OJ or TJ Warren. OJ is hot, but TJ Warren will be in there. We'll switch with OJ if OJ is cold, followed by Batum, Porter, Gordon, and Smith. So for the playoffs, we're going to go 38 for them. Actually, we can keep it at 36. Actually, no, we're going to give them 38. We're going to give them 38. We're going to give OJ about 16, Kostas about 20, Buddy Hield, Kyle Lowry, Paul Reed 30, Rogers 30, D'Anthony Melton 30. OJ's going to have to sacrifice Kostas. I mean, they're rookies. So, yeah, so we'll go 22, 20. Spread this out some. So 28, 28, 28, bump them up 24. And yeah, so that's how we're going to do it for the playoffs. If OJ slips up, we'll throw in TJ Warren or Nicholas Batum. So we have the play-in tournament. So we will simulate that round, simulate the play-in as we get the final matchup. So we will be playing the Boston Celtics, who have Jrue Holiday, Jaden Springer, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Kristaps Porzingis. So they must have lost Derek White. Still got Sam Hauser. They bring in Hernan Gomez, Metu, Jordan Walsh, J.D. Davison, and some auto-generated guys. Peyton Pritchard. Oh, Derek White is injured. Okay, so, I mean, that's good for us. Game 1, we lose. It was in Boston, in the Garden. Jason Tatum scored 30. Porzingis scored 27. Embiid, 42, 12, and 9. 1 rebound or 1 assist away from a triple-double. Maxey and Rogers, Buddy Hield, Lowry, they were all great. OJ could have been better. Paul Reed could have been better. And then when you look at it, I mean, free throws, we missed 8 free throws. We lost by 4 points. We make some of those free throws, we win. Points in the paint were just about the same. We had more assists, same amount of steals. They had more blocks. Their biggest lead, both teams' biggest lead was 9. So a game that we really could have won. And then we lose game 2. So they hold their home court. Embiid, Kostas, where was Maxey? Probably still banged up from the injury. First game in Philly, Joel Embiid, sore left knee, and we win. He's going to have to shake it off. Maxey with 34, Embiid 28 and 8. Jrue Holiday with 28. We only missed 5 free throws. They missed 9. We killed them on the fast break. Trying to see what category. I mean, defensive rebounds. We out-rebounded them there. We had more turnovers. Our biggest lead was 13. Their biggest lead was 10. But we got off to that great first quarter. They came back in the third quarter, and then we outscored them in the fourth and only won by 3. So the series is 2-1. Now let's try to tie it up 2-2, and we do. So we hold home court. But my concern is we only won by 2. And we were up 39-17 in the first quarter. And we let them come all the way back and make the game close. But 34 on Embiid. We need more from Tyrese Maxey. We need more from the bench. Porzingis with 28. And then, I mean, we missed a lot of free throws. 11 free throws. We had more fast break points. We're beating them with second chance points. They had more turnovers. And look at that. Biggest lead, 28, but we never gave the lead up. And we are headed back to Boston with the series tied 2-2. We might have to make some change. I mean, we won our last 2 games. Embiid is hurt. He has that sore left knee. But Maxey is red hot. Kostas is hot. We might make a switch. TJ Warren. I don't think we touched the line. We won our last 2 games. If we lose in Boston, then I will make a switch to TJ Warren. We steal a game in Boston. Porzingis with 30. Tatum. Where's Brown? We must have hurt Jaylen Brown. And that might turn the series. Maxey with 35, Embiid with 25. When you look at the team stats, we did miss 9 free throws. They had more points in the paint. They had more second chance points. They had more turnovers. Their biggest lead was 14. So we were down. So even though we did steal that game, the fourth quarter was big. We win another nail biter. I'm still concerned, even though we're up 3-2. Still concerned that we're up 3-2 because all these games have been close. I kind of want to put TJ on, but we're going to leave it the same. I think Jaylen Brown got injured, and if he did, he's out for the season with a broken left foot. Pritchard's hurt. Derek White is hurt. We have to attack. Finish them. Let's go into a game 7. Maxey with 41. Embiid only 14. They only won by a point, though. They only won by a point. 40 minutes for both Mac. This is a Game 7 season on the line. Cleveland has advanced. Let's do this. No Jaylen Brown, man. We get the job done. We beat them in 7, 9 points. We had that great first quarter, 32 and 18 for Embiid. We only missed 2 free throws. They had more points in the paint, but didn't matter. We move on to the next round, where we will play the Cleveland Cavaliers, the same team that beat us in the Eastern Conference Finals in that first outdated video. They have Darius Garland, D. Mitchell, Matt Strus, Evan Mobley, Vooch, Craig Porter Jr., Christian Wood, Sam Merrill, Ty Jerome, Carl Hayward, Georges Niang, Isaiah Mobley, which is Evan Mobley's brother, I believe, Imani Bates, Isaac Okoro, Jared Allen, must be injured. So we know that 2K Cavs is one of those, simulation juggernauts. So I'm not looking forward to this, but I am looking forward to it because we kind of get a chance to get revenge for that first video. And we lose game 1. Embiid with 30. Maxey, not a good game for him. Game 2, we still won in Cleveland. Maxey with 31. Reed 24 and 13. Kind of an off game for Embiid for his standards, but we still won in Cleveland, and that could affect the rest of the series. Game 3 in Philly, we win by 2 points. Embiid, Buddy Hield, Maxey, the rookies, Roger, OJ, and Kostas. We missed 11 free throws. Man, can you imagine? We make all our free throws or make most of them. We could win this game by double digits, bro. We're shooting ourselves in the foot. But we're up 2-1 with game 3 or game 4 in Philly. We could go up 3-1. Look at the Hawks, man. That rookie. Generational. Kyle Lowry, strained left hip. He's playing through it. I'm sorry. He's playing through it. But we lose by 20 points. Kyle Lowry. How bad is that injury? He's going to have to play through it. But man, that rookie just swept the Knicks. He swept the Bucks, taking care of 2 teams that we struggled with all year in the regular season, bro. And he's taking the Atlanta Hawks to the number 2 seed to the Eastern Conference Finals. That is generational. He may take them to the finals. And they did that trade with who? The Rockets, right? And the Rockets, when you look over here, they didn't even make the playoffs. So with Trae Young as the 6th man. Crazy. What quick rebuild for the Hawks. But game 5, I think it's back in Cleveland, and they win. We go to a game 6 in Philly. We could force a game 7, where I think this is the time maybe we have to go with TJ Warren. Try to find some sort of spark. Get some more minutes to Rogers. Maybe give some more minutes to D. Melton for the defense, and then Paul Reed. I'm going to try to get him some more minutes. Everybody get more minutes in the starting lineup. And we get eliminated in 6 games by the Cavs, just like we did in the first video, which was the Eastern Conference Finals. But the Cavs, man. But we won a series. Simulate this round, see who goes to the finals. It will be the Cavs. It will be the Thunder. Funny how the All-Star weekend was in OKC, and then Shea takes them to the finals. So it's OKC versus Cleveland in the finals. And we're going to simulate as it goes to 7 games, and the Cavs, just like that first 76ers rebuild video that we did back on New Year's Day, the Cavs win it all here in year 1. Donovan Mitchell, your NBA Finals MVP. But we made the playoffs. We had a great draft, 2 first-round picks, a pick 7 and pick 17. We got Rodgers, we got Costas, we got this OJ guy in the second round, all young, all 3 19 years old. We got Maxey back under contract with Joel Embiid. I failed again to add Pascal Siakam or like a Paul George, but with the development of Paul Reed, the draft and development of Rodgers, Costas, and sprinkling some veterans that will stay healthy. A Buddy that we can trust to stay healthy, Buddy Hield. But I don't think we're too far off. Made the playoffs, beat the Boston Celtics. Made sure that we had a new champion. But lost 6 games in the second round to the Cavs. But that'll wrap it up for part 1 here in the Philadelphia 76ers realistic rebuild. Stay tuned for part 2.